Dear students, in the last class, we began the topic health insurance. And in the health insurance, we saw the meaning of general insurance, then the meaning and definition of health insurance, and later we dealt with some important terminologies that are used in the insurance, and after that we saw various forms of health insurances. Then finally we saw the characteristics of health insurance. Today, to know a little about what is insurance, we'll deal with some of the principles of insurance, because whether it is health insurance or life insurance or any other kind of insurances, there are some principles, and that principles are general for any kind of insurances. They are there. So today in this class we'll be learning about the principles of insurances, and almost six I'll be dealing with that, and these are the primary, and in every insurance it is there. So I'll be starting with the topic principles of insurance. So first principle of insurance is utmost good faith. Utmost good principle of utmost good faith. So whenever you make a contract, you should have a faith. If there is a doubt, then there cannot be a contract. So this insurance is a contract. Therefore, it is a contract between the two parties. To have a contract, you must have a faith in each other, both the people. Well, insurer and the insured should have good faith to each other. ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಒಬ್ರಿಗೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ. ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ನೀನು ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Now, I need not tell who is insurer and who is insured. In the last class, when we were dealing with the terminologies, I have made it clear. So, insured is a person who is paying the premium and getting the insurance. Insurer is a company which makes the payment for the loss. So, these you must always remember these two words, insurer and insured. Who is insurer? Who is insured? Insurer is a person who is making payment for the loss, and insured is a person who is asking the policy from the company. So both should have a good faith to each other. ಒಬ್ರಿಗೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲು ಯಾರೂ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So this is the first principle of insurance. Now you are making a health insurance policy. So when you are making a health insurance policy, you should have a faith in the insurance company, saying that if I meet with accident, or if I become ill, or if I undergo any if I undergo any loss and all, such time I am sure that the insurance company will pay me. That faith you should have. Insurer must provide complete and accurate information. See, when people have the trust, they share everything. When there is no trust, they hide some information. Therefore, in the insurance, what is more important is sharing all the information. Provide complete and accurate information. What is your condition? Are you already sick? Then you have to inform. Whether you are having some perennial sicknesses, then inform. So later on, it is not the condition. Therefore, to have a faith, what happens? You have to inform everything. If you hide something, and insurance company will get a doubt, and your insurance will not be carried out. So the insurance contract must be signed by both the parties, that is insurer and insured, because it is made with the faith, good faith. Therefore both the parties join together and sign it in an absolute good faith or belief or trust. It is a contract of trust. One person trusts the other person. Therefore, I hope you have understood the first principle of good faith, which is very important in the health insurance. Without there is this one trust, faith, sharing of information, you cannot have a health insurance. So we'll move with the second principle. Second principle is insurable interest. So in every insurance, there should be insurable interest. So insured must have insurable interest in the subject matter of the insurance. So you must have a interest in the subject matter. There should be subject matter of insurance. So one of the examples we can see here is the owner of a taxi cab has insurable interest in the taxi cab because he is getting income from it. But if he sells it, he will not have an insurable interest left in that taxi cab. See, here it is very clear, when you are owning a taxi, you have an interest that you have to protect it. You should not go loss for that. That is the interest you have. And because of that insurable interest, you are going and making an insurance policy to that taxi cab. Now, you don't have a taxi at all, and do you have a taxi cab? In a similar way, regarding the, when we are speaking about the health insurance, a person should have a interest of maintaining his health. A person should have a interest that I should have always a good health. If my health is spoiled, I should get a get hospitalized and treatment, then only he will go and make the insurance policy. If a person says, okay, if I die also no problem, even if even if my health spoils to any extent, I have no problems, then he will not make any insurance policy. Therefore, very be clear that subject matter, now in the health insurance, subject matter is health of a person, and a person in the health of a person, that he should have an interest in that. So interest in the subject matter is very important in the insurance. If there is no interest in the subject matter of the insurance, then there cannot be insurance. Therefore, this is the second principle: insurable interest must have. Principle of utmost good faith, principle of insurable interest. Then let's move with the third one. So, principle of indemnity. Principle of indemnity. Indemnity means security, protection and compensation given against damage, loss or injury. This is something primary in the insurance business. You know that why you make the insurance. So it is very clear that if any damage takes place, if there is any loss occurs, or if there is injury, then you expect that insurance you will be compensated, and this is the primary aspect of insurance. Otherwise, making the deposits is not an insurance interest. Making a deposits, banking facilities provides you various kinds of the deposit policies. Fixed deposits are there, RD are there, various kinds are there. Therefore, that is not more important for us. But what is more important, if whenever we occur or undergo loss or damage or injury, in such circumstances somebody is helping you. So security is given, protection is given, compensation is given. Your health is secured because you have in your mind that if I become a sick, okay, no problem, company will help me because I have paid. Therefore, indemnity means kind of security, protection and compensation given against damage, loss or injury. According to the principle of indemnity, an insurance contract is signed only for getting protection against unpredicted financial losses arising due to future uncertainties. See, nobody knows about the future, what's happening. It's risky. Life is risky. So, any moment, anything may happen. Your health may get spoiled at any time, in any situation, without knowing you at all. So, in the future, unpredicted financial losses. So, you don't know when you have to go to the hospital, when you become sick, nothing is known. Therefore, to safeguard your future uncertainty, then you, okay, for example, you know that in future like this will happen, then that is not a indemnity. So some cause, for example, you are diagnosed already and you know that you have to undergo treatment after this many months, or after this many months you will undergo this loss. So in such cases, what happens is there is a breaking of principle indemnity. Principle of indemnity, nothing is sure of your future, uncertain. The moment you know something what is going to happen in the future, then there doesn't exist the principle of indemnity and there doesn't come the insurance. Let's move with the third principle. Principles of insurance, fourth principle, Principle of subrogation. Subrogation means substituting one creditor for another. See, with this sentence, I am sure you will not understand anything. Substituting one creditor for another. I'll give one example to make understand this principle of subrogation. What it says is, now you consider that I met with an accident. I was traveling in a two-wheeler and a car came and hit me. And I had a insurance policy, so I got admitted into the hospital, got treatment, and insurance company paid my all expenses. But I was met with an accident not because of my mistake, but it was a mistake of the car owner. In such cases, what happens is, because of his reckless driving, he has damaged my health, and the insurance company has all the rights to collect the money from the car driver to pay my expenses. It is because of his. So you can't say that you have to pay because I have paid you. No, insurance company also has a right to claim it from the person who is cause for the damage. So another example I give you. You have you have sent some goods in a taxi to some other person to deliver it. But what happened is that you have made an insurance to those goods. But what happens is, during the traveling or transit, because of the taxi driver's recklessness, your goods are damaged, and in such cases you are claiming the damage of your goods. Yes, insurance company will pay because you have made insurance for your goods, but insurance company also claims the loss amount from the taxi driver because he has damaged it because of his reckless driving. So this is called subrogation. See, a person who insured is paid by the insurer, but insurer has all the right to collect the loss money from the third party. That is, one is the person who is a cause for the loss. This is principle of subrogation. Next, we'll move with the principle of loss minimization. So this is another principle. So it is the duty of the insured to take all possible steps to minimize the loss to the insured items on the happening of the uncertain event. So what it says is, every person insured has the duty or obligation to reduce the loss. So you may say that, okay, now I have made an insurance to my car, therefore I need not worry if car gets damaged, then the insurance company has to repair and give me. Therefore I will drive as I want, I will take a reverse as I want and get damaged and go to the insurance company and it pays. No, not with that. You are responsible to take care of that and reduce the damage. Okay, we come to the matter of health insurance. So in the health insurance, okay, you may say that, okay, I have made a health insurance and my all health these problems and this one medical bills will be paid by therefore I eat unhealthy food, I don't take any measures to protect my health. Recklessly I live, and any damages to my body, consumption of alcohol or drugs, all those things I am getting involved. So in such cases, this is insurance is not the principle of insurance does not exist there. We must be clear that a person's duty is there. Okay, because insurance company is there, it pays. I need not bother, I need not care. No, you are responsible. You have a duty to reduce, minimize as much as possible. Only in circumstances which are beyond your control and all, if accidental things happen, then only the insurance company. So principle of loss minimization is there in the principles of insurance. And the last one will say principle of causa proxima, proximate causes. So the loss of the insured property can be caused by more than one cause or succession to another. What it says is, now your loss has taken place, it's not because of only one cause. There may be many causes that are leading to the loss. The property may be insured against some causes, and not against all causes. This is not so not against all causes. The property may be insured against some causes and not against all causes. See, when the agreement is made, you are writing for which all causes will give the this one. Now, for example, we'll take a life insurance. So in the life insurance, what happens is when a person gets died, the death insurance company pays amount. Now it is very makes it very clear, when a person dies with the accident or when a person dies due to the sickness, it is paid. Okay, if a person makes a insurance going and this one making a insurance, and in the next month he hangs himself or commits suicide and dies, and asking the insurance company to pay, no, because the cause is very clear. So cause of death may be very many, but your coverage of only few causes, that has to be remembered. So in such cases, in such causes, the proximate nearest cases, the proximate nearest cause of loss to be considered. What is the cause for your loss? That is more important. Even in the health insurances, so your health gets deteriorated or getting admitted to the hospital, what is the cause? That is a sin, and for that only insurance company pays. So principle of causa proxima, nearest cause. So proximate cause, that is very important. So here I'll be concluding with the principles of insurance. Once again, if you want to deal with, we can go back. So just to remind you what all this one principles of insurance we saw. Principle of utmost good faith we saw. Then principle of insurable interest we saw. Then principles of indemnity we saw. Principle of subrogation, principle of loss minimization, and principle of causa proxima. So here we have dealt with the principles of insurance. It is not only the principles of health insurance, it is applicable to principles of any kind of the insurance. These should be there for the insurance. So now next we are moving with the advantages of health insurance. These are the advantages not of general insurance but health insurance. So absolutely the health insurance advantages are the advantages of the insurance, but when we are speaking about the general insurance, there are many more advantages, but a few here I will be dealing with. First one is prevention. So because you have made a health insurance policy, the health can be this one losses or damage to your health can be prevented. Prevent diseases through early detection and doctor recommended lifestyle changes. So it keeps citizen healthier and saves money. What it says is, when you are making a health insurance policy, it is very clear that you can visit to the hospital now and then, you can get diagnosed, you can take a advice from the doctor. So what happens is, a person regularly visits, makes a diagnosis and all, his health is prevented or his safeguarded from further dangers. Otherwise what happens is, till the last stage the people will not go for diagnosis and all, and in such cases at the end the doctors can't do anything and high amount of loss takes place. If it is diagnosed at the early stage, a regular treatment could be given, lifestyle should be changed, food habits could be changed, and with that prevent greater or major loss that is going to happen could be reduced. Then another one is peace of mind. So if a nagging problem, unusual pain, regular pain in your body persists, they can consult doctor without expense. What happens is, for some people regularly they have to go to the hospital, get a treatment and all, and if such people have a health insurance, so they can have a peace of mind saying that okay, pain will be there, for that pain to get a treatment, okay, regularly I need not pay, a little amount is paid by the insurance company, so that mentally they are peaceful. Then less lost time, get sick leave, visit doctor. What it says is less lost time. So you can take a sick leave and your leave is paid by the insurance company. One example I am giving is ESI, Employees State Insurance, that is there for the this is a government insurance which is paid for the health. What it says is, now in that various, these are the schemes are there that will be dealing when I am dealing with the ESI itself. Now here one must be clear that in the ESI, when we are the ESI, when a person when a lady gets pregnant and get hospitalized to deliver for a delivery purpose, so she will be getting a 6 months leave, and that payment of the salary is made by the ESI company. So this is a big benefit. So getting a sick leave is possible in that. Visiting the doctor, all payments are made. So these are the advantages. There are many more advantages, but here I will close it. Now next are the disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages of insurance? Limited coverage. So only around 10% of the population is covered through health financing schemes. Not all. See, today only 10% of the population is covered through the health financing schemes. Not all. Many people don't go for the health insurances. Only limited people. Then geographical spread in terms of healthcare facilities and financing awareness is limited. That awareness itself is not there in the people today. Then selection criteria by suppliers often restricts the poor from affordable prepayment schemes. See, the poor people are kept outside because health schemes you have to pay to have insurance, and poor people are struggling to earn daily bread itself. So such people are restricted. They cannot afford to make the prepayment schemes. Then system leakages. So some malpractices are there. Provider practice malpractices leading to overcharging or pre-selection, selective recommendation. So various styles of malpractices in the insurance companies may happen. Then lack of universal schemes. So limitations in terms of coverage of illness as well as the treatment options. Alternative therapy is often not considered included under insurance. So sometimes what happens is, schemes are not universal. Only for a particular treatment they are restricted, and a person when he goes and admits, so that particular treatment what you have taken doesn't come under the insurance. So such confusions may take. Then cost. Yes, some insurances you have to make every year and you will not be paid back. Usually the private insurance companies every year take a certain amount from every individual or a family, but if nothing happens, such amount doesn't get back. So lack of choices. So some insurances have a lack of choice how which to choose, because only a limited coverage is there. So to choose, are you going to choose many insurances? That is a question mark. Then complicated rules. So whenever there are insurance policies, so rules are too many, you are very clear. So pages together rules will be there, and what to follow, what to not follow, and sometimes it may not be understood, and uneducated people will not be understood what are the rules and conditions are there. Then limited access. So access to the insurance also not there in a wide range. Okay, today private insurances are there in a available in a wider range, but usually the limited access. So here I will close for today. So today we have dealt with the principles of insurance and advantages and disadvantages of insurance. In the next class we will see some more topics about the health insurance. Thank you.